This is a bookable summary of the book The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill is widely known as the father of the self-help book genre. One of his specialities was researching human nature to identify which of our actions might result in success and which can cause failure. The best motivational and success secrets books of today still contain a lot of his ideas. In his first 15-volume book, he laid out key teachings that will motivate you to take bold measures to make your aspirations become reality. We'll be discussing the golden rules to becoming successful in life. Number 1. The foundational concept underpinning success is known as the mastermind. Success shouldn't be restricted to a small group of people. You may think there is a great difference between you and the titans of industry, like the steel baron Andrew Carnegie or the inventor of the automobile, Henry Ford. But you're wrong. The types of principles that any able-minded individual can acquire and master are what made their achievements possible. The guiding principle for success, however, is regarded as the mastermind. Have you ever been with someone and sensed, even without speaking to them, that they weren't on the same page as you? However, just as your mind is capable of picking up on negative vibrations, you may also access the knowledge that has been stored in the archives of someone who has your personality and an open mind. A mastermind can be created by a group of individuals with the appropriate mindset and personality. It can be employed to produce wonderful things that are beyond the capabilities of the ordinary person. The wealth that Carnegie, Ford, and Wrigley amassed wasn't unique to them. Each person made it a point to interact with his peers and support one another to succeed. Always remember that only harmonious personalities and goals can form masterminds. Number 2. Success requires a definite chief aim and self-confidence. Regardless of whose success story you found most inspiring, their intellect is the essential quality that ensured their success. This is because power comes from the mind and the application of organised knowledge. Organising and acquiring knowledge is the first step toward achievement, but knowledge is useless in the absence of action. The main point is that success requires confidence and a distinct core aim. Frank Woolworth, for instance, came from a low-income household. Despite having goals, he spent his early 20s working as a stock boy in one of the general stores located in New York. At some point, Woolworth made the expansion of his 5 and 10 cent stores across America his core goal. He needed to focus his thoughts and actions entirely on this one goal for him to succeed. However, we all have a certain fear of failure and what other people would think if we set great goals but ended up falling short. But success requires action, which in turn necessitates a degree of confidence to commit an idea and act. Number 3. Success requires the habit of saving, as well as initiative and leadership. When it comes to the secrets of success, conserving money isn't particularly mysterious. Saving money is something you are already aware of, but doing it is difficult. The third lesson's title, The Habit of Saving, reflects this. Sometimes, learning a new skill that will be beneficial requires dedication and consistency. The key point here is, success requires not just a saving habit, but also initiative and leadership. Saving money is among the best things you can do for yourself. Therefore, ideally 20% of your salary should be put into savings. For at least 2 significant factors, it makes sense to start saving money today. The first is that this money might give you the means to take action. Saving money now is a good idea for at least 2 important reasons. The first is that you may have the ability to act as a result of money. Even if you do not have much, the simple act of saving will convey the proper message to investors who have the funds you require. Woolworth, Ford, and Rockefeller lacked the capital required to launch their revolutionary companies. But because they had a habit of saving a part of their little income, their investors had enough faith in them to grant them the loans they needed. Another core habit is initiative and leadership. The initiative is a prerequisite for leadership, and the opposite of initiative is procrastination. Procrastination is one of the greatest enemies of success. Fortunately, it can be quickly overcome by forming a new habit of initiative. Number 4. Success requires both imagination and enthusiasm. Imagination is the 5th lesson. Imagination is the ability to structure knowledge into unique and innovative systems. To become successful, you must overcome your fears and develop optimism, confidence, and the ability to picture yourself achieving your goals. The main thing is that enthusiasm and imagination are equally necessary for success. The fifth lesson focuses on imagination. A strong imagination is one of the most crucial abilities when it comes to sales. Any salesperson who successfully combines psychology and information in a creative way will succeed. Unimaginative people are unable to look beyond their demands, whereas an imaginative person can assess a customer quickly and predict her demands. However, imagination can be more effective when combined with enthusiasm, which is our next lesson. Enthusiasm is essential when starting a business to inspire others and persuade them to act in support of your clear primary goal. It's infectious and can be developed through positive autosuggestion, just like self-confidence. Number 5. You must learn the importance of both self-control and doing more than what you are paid for. Acting requires enthusiasm. Enthusiasm and self-control are necessary for success. Without self-control, your willingness to act can result in a bad outcome. Many of us struggle with the fear of receiving criticism from others, but we must get over it. No successful person has ever avoided criticism, regardless of how fair it was. Herein lies the significance of self-control. When receiving criticism, your initial reaction might be to lash back with just as much venom as they did. However, allowing this level of negativity to prevail can be dangerous. A piece of advice offered by Napoleon Hill is to write a letter to your critic to get them off your mind. But instead of sending the letter, destroy it or keep it to track your progress. The practice of doing more than what you paid for is a different one you may start now. You may show people around you your potential and worth by continually going above and beyond the call of duty. Your effort won't go unrewarded for long. According to Hill, this is a deviation from the law of rising returns. Number 6. Make sure you have a pleasing personality and always do your best to think correctly. This section of the law of success emphasizes how important having a pleasant personality is. It involves more than just shaking hands, smiling, and giving out compliments. A pleasing personality must be complemented by genuine interest. Hill uses a story to demonstrate the significance of having a pleasing personality. The story was about a group of life insurance salesmen who planned to trick a recruit. They provided their teammate with information about a local artist and assured him that he would be an easy sale. The new employee had no idea that every employee in the office had tried to sell the artist anything but had been unsuccessful. When the new salesperson returned, he reported that the artist had happily purchased security worth $2,000. The salesman's genuine interest in the artist's perspective, as well as his desire to learn from his craft, made the sales feasible. During their approximately 2-hour discussion about the art, the salesman did not mention his purpose for being there. If the salesman had been lying, the $2,000 would still be in his pocket, but the artist would have picked up on his deception. Number 7. Concentration and cooperation are 2 more keys to success. This chapter contains a magic key, which stresses the importance of concentration. Although we have discussed diligence and remaining focus, the law of success devoted a lesson to the importance of concentration. According to Hill, concentration is more than simply staying focused. Rather, it is the path to self-mastery. Success necessitates some degree of reflection on your part. You must be honest with yourself and identify any bad habits or prejudices that you need to let go of. The best method to overcome these bad habits is to replace them with better ones. This is where concentration comes in. Concentration and dedication are necessary to establish a new habit of using autosuggestion to instill confidence and optimistic thoughts. The next lesson will cover cooperation, which is the most effective strategy to bring about change. Cooperation is an essential part of the mastermind, but in this case, we're referring to the cooperation of your conscious and subconscious minds. Conscious or subconscious thoughts always show up in your daily decisions and actions. However, you can change that using autosuggestion. This is a phenomenal power of your conscious and subconscious minds working together. Number 8. Think of any failure as merely temporary and embrace a more tolerant outlook. The fear of failure is associated with the fear of poverty for most people, but fortunately, failure is only temporary. The majority of ambitious people see failure as nothing but a setback. Moreover, it's a blessing in disguise. Failure teaches us to be more determined and grow stronger and wiser. So, let's view failure in a more appropriate term: temporary setback. Is there really something to be terrified of in such a situation? No. These alleged failures enabled Hill to pinpoint the underlying ideas that constitute the laws of success. Being successful is all about tolerance. It requires letting go of unjustified options and misguided beliefs. No matter what someone's ideas are, being tolerant means keeping an open mind. War, the tearing apart of societies, and the creation of enemies are all results of intolerance that must be avoided at all costs. Number 9. By following the golden rule, you're sure to stay on the right path to success. Do unto others as you would wish them to do unto you is a proverb you have probably heard before. The golden rule and the acquisition of the power to achieve one's life goals without violating rights of others are embodied in this final lesson Napoleon Hill has to impart in this series. Remember the law of attraction as well. According to the law of attraction and the ideas of mastermind, Hill is convinced that actions by themselves are insufficient. Since our thoughts are capable of attracting like-minded people, we ought to adopt the golden rule as our way of thinking. In other words, think of others as you wish them to think about you. The golden rule is undoubtedly the best piece of advice you can get for your career. It's impossible to engage in destructive forces such as hatred, greed, envy, bigotry, or selfishness when this straightforward rule is followed. Reminding you of what your mission should be by improving the lives of others and improving the world, it'll keep you sincere and set you on the right path to success. This is the actual story behind every success story. What's your most important key takeaway? Please comment down below and share the video if you like it. Thank you, and until next time.